Hello, this is Jessica. I will be walking you through the GPTutor Ethan and I built. GPTutor is an interactive learning platform incorporating LLMs that explain mathematical concepts to users in analogical ways calibrated to the user's provided learning context. One of the major limitations of popular learning platforms nowadays is that the content is usually centered around the creator instead of the learner, and tends to be more general as that satisfies more audiences. In this project, therefore, we aim to reverse this nature, creating the material around the specific learning context of the users. Here, a learning context could be a personal interest like tennis, or the domain field of the learner like art. Because of the analogical nature of this tool, it is able to help students gain interest in learning these technical concepts, and also help students envision the connection between this technical field and their own domain knowledge. Therefore, this tool applies to K-12 students, professionals, or even teachers in other fields. For example, a teacher who wants to calibrate a probability curriculum for their class of art students. So this is the homepage of GPTutor. We can see a list of available courses here, and also past generated courses with a twist all stored down each of the sections. If you're a teacher using this page, or maybe a student and can't find a course that matches your need, you can also navigate to here and upload your own curriculum in a JSON file. Back to the homepage, we can select one of the courses and start personalizing. Here we can see a text box that we can input our personalized learning context. It provides some basic explanations and examples. We can also generate random examples like this, but here we will just go with I like baseball. And you can see that before any personalization, this is the base curriculum. And we can hit start personalize. It takes a while to generate. You can see that here in the summary of each subsections, it is already calibrated towards our interests of baseball. After we finish generating, we can edit the curriculum and see that all the sections are editable. We can even add subsections or sections to the curriculum, but here we will just go with what we originally have. And after that, we can start learning. Then GPTutor generates explanations based on the learning context you provided. In this case, it will be baseball. Also, it generates examples as well as quizzes that help you learn. For correct answers, it will be like this, and incorrect answers like this. We are also able to navigate back to the menu at any time, and even further personalize and regenerate based on what we now feel like. In this project, Ethan was in charge of mostly the development, and I was writing the prompt by collecting data from curriculums and textbook, designing the system, conducting pilot tests, and doing any reports and presentations along the way. We were both extremely efficient and collaborative during the process, so I would evaluate both of our contributions very highly. During our design process, we closely followed the guidelines for human-AI interaction proposed by Amarshi et al. and the principles of mixed initiative user interface described by Eric Horvitz. For example, we thought of different ways of generating the curriculum and decided to go with our current model of AI generating and the user editing and regenerating to best promote efficient agent-user collaboration. We also provided some examples of curriculums generated in certain contexts to make clear what our system can do, and our users are able to play around with it. We continue to improve our system based on these guidelines and our pilot testing results. In the testing, the GPTutor is sometimes going off topic in the quizzes, so we revised our prompt, such as including learning goals, which greatly helped GPTutor to remain on topic. During the testing, users were also sometimes unsure how to interact with the tool, especially at the personalization step, so we included more descriptions and examples of learning context in the text box. Users also report that when they accidentally entered a wrong section, they weren't able to recover, and they also couldn't change their learning context halfway through because of that. So we try to improve the navigation feature to allow users to essentially go back to previous steps, aligning with the guideline of supporting efficient invocation, dismissal, and correction when things went wrong. There are other improvements in user experiences, such as after customizing, it used to return to the same exact page, so it was not obvious that the user's changes went through. So instead, we changed the buttons here so that it's now only start learning to reinforce the change has been made. We also now allow the users to directly start learning instead of having to personalize. For possible future developments, we are planning to create an account system for privacy and also better organization of your own customized content. We are also considering limiting the extent of editing to provide global controls over the learning content. Finally, we understand that analogical explanations might involve certain harmful biases and stereotypes. We aim to mitigate that by creating a user community linking to the account system we just mentioned to serve as the auditing tool where the user will be able to share their experience with other users and developers, along with other features like upvoting and downvoting. Thank you for watching this walkthrough and hope you enjoy playing with GPTutor.